Good day, everyone. My name is Shaina, and welcome to another round of the top stories in Marketing APAC for the month. First of all, I am excited to share that we have launched not one, but two new industry reports, just in time as brands are forming and refining their marketing strategies for 2022 and beyond. The first one is a 2022 Global Customer Engagement Review, and in it, you will learn the three biggest trends that are shaping consumer engagement this 2022, as well as the current opportunities companies can seize for growth, regardless of what industry and region you are from. Here's the QR code to download the report. The second is the Malaysia Insight Report 2022, a dedicated all-embracing report for the Malaysian market. Through the report, you'll get an in-depth understanding of how Malaysian consumers shop, the Malaysian values and culture, as well as the future growth opportunities for brands inside as well as outside Malaysia. Again, all you have to do is to scan the QR code on your screen to download. We can't wait for you to get your hands on these intelligent and comprehensive marketing reports. Again, scan the QR code to the right up on your screen to have your own copy. Now, without further ado, our top stories for February. For our top 4 story, we have an insight from the What's Next series. Charlotte Ward, Director of Agnes Media, shared with us the ways on how to generate better conversions. In the insight, she gave us top 3 tips on how brands can improve their conversions, which are leveraging on testing, promoting sales and offers in real time, and making the most out of consumer testimonials. Here's my conversation with Charlotte, who shared with us the biggest challenge on conversion rate optimization, or CRO, today.
I think the main challenge is most brands either don't understand CRO necessarily, or they put it in the too hard basket. It's quite a specialized practice, I suppose, within digital marketing. And in my experience, most agencies that I've worked at, and even working client side, it isn't something that's prioritized. What I find is a lot of marketing teams and businesses really focus on, brand marketing, performance marketing, PR, etc., various things that are very important, but CRO is very, very rarely prioritized or considered. I think that really comes down to a lack of understanding or just deprioritizing it. However, CRO practices can actually be really easy to implement and can transfer a lot of the testing or the approach to how businesses optimize, email and incorporate testing or paid media messaging and different things like that. All it is that it's on a brand's website property. So I think the biggest challenge is just a lack of understanding or hesitation on how to approach it. But with the likes of Google Optimize or other free to use tools, it's actually really easy to implement, a CRO framework on your website and incorporate A/B testing to determine, what can drive a greater uplift in conversions or engagement, depending on what that particular brand or campaign is looking to achieve.
Thank you, Charlotte, for those insights. Now let's move on to top 3. Coming out as our top 3 story is the thought piece of Smartly's Stuart Hunter on social advertising for What's Next. Stuart Hunter, the Director for Customer Success of social advertising platform Smartly, shared how the role of social media in marketing has grown, with each channel now serving a specific function in the marketing funnel. With this, he says a multi-platform strategy is now the imperative for brands. Here's my conversation with Stuart to share with us more about the current state of social advertising.
2022, I think, is going to be a really exciting year for social. And creative is going to be the critical lever in order to deliver success. There's going to be continuing headwinds in terms of using as much data as brands were previously able to use within social advertising. Privacy regulations are going to continue to bite and take effect, and more are on the horizon in 2023. So brands are going to focus on creative because creative is more critical than ever in order to generate success of a campaign. What types of creative? Next year or this year, video is going to continue to be more and more important. That's really being driven by consumer adoption. People want to consume more video, and social advertising platforms are feeding them more video. and the rise of TikTok as a platform across Southeast Asia and beyond is unprecedented in its speed of development. So that platform itself really fundamentally requires people to be leaned in on video, and I think video is just going to be a trend. We're actually seeing it now where Instagram and Facebook are really responding to that.
And while we're here, I would like to invite you all to the upcoming webinar, Social Advertising Trends 2022, this coming April 6. In partnership with Smartly, we will be discussing key trends and insights for marketers in the Southeast Asia region to help them to become more agile and drive more effective social media campaigns. Together with Stuart, we have roped in David Lim, VP for Marketing of Happy Fresh, and Chan Mei Ling, CMO of KFC Malaysia, for a panel. We hope to see you there, and here's the QR code you can scan to register. Now on to number 2. For our top 2 story, we have another What's Next insight topping our list for the month. Metaverse is now about to take the marketing world by storm, and Chi Ong, Lion & Lion's Regional Chief Creative Officer, shared with us how brands can leverage this new virtual space. In the thought piece, Chi shared his top pieces of advice on how brands and businesses can make the most out of the Metaverse, such as moving from being corporation first to community first, delivering digital twin experiences, and adopting gamification, among others. Recently sat down with Chi, who shared with us more about marketing in Metaverse.
I think, one thing is that don't go into the Metaverse for the sake of going into it. We see that it's trendy. We see that, right now is the hot trending topic. But I think before you make the investments into going to the Metaverse, you got to consider whether is it going to be worthwhile for your brand. Does it fit your brand purpose and philosophy and belief? I think end of the day, you got to go to the heart of who you are. I think a brand is like a person. You got to go into the heart of who you are and be authentic and say that, hey, you know what? It's authentic for me to be in this space because the audience that I'm speaking to cares about this space. They're relevant in this space. And when whatever you're doing in the Metaverse, whether you're doing a Metaverse fashion show or a Metaverse store and all, you are authentically expressing who you are to the people that you care about, who are your consumers. So I think, just because Metaverse is the in thing right now, even if you want to get into it, you got to really reflect upon the strategy. So that's always based upon your company's belief, your core belief of who you are, and relating that to your consumers, relating that to your users, relating that to your community in a way, so that it's hyper relevant to them at that stage. So I think, timing when to enter the Metaverse is also very appropriate. So for some brands that may not be mature right now because their audience are not the right audience to enter the Metaverse, they may have to wait and time it at the right time. So I think, just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean that, you have to jump into the bandwagon. So I think it's very much about returning back to the core and understanding, how do you express that authentic belief of who you are and relating it to the audience that you are attracting.
Thank you, Chi, for those insights. Metaverse can be both exciting and intimidating, but with the right strategy and foresight, brands can soon learn to be successful in this space. And for our top 1 story, we have one of my favorites, your favorite, coffee. Flash Coffee, the tech-enabled coffee chain, comes out as our top story for the month for launching its new in-app delivery service in Singapore. The new in-app delivery on Flash Coffee Singapore's app's main page allows customers in Singapore to have their orders delivered straight to their doorstep, which is an additional option to pick up. This in-app delivery integration is enabled at 23 stores and counting across the country. Here's my interview with Sahil Arora, Flash Coffee's managing director, who shared with us more about the new offering.
Flash is Asia's leading, fastest growing tech-enabled coffee chain, right? And I think we all know how consumer habits have changed over the past couple of years, obviously pandemic driven, but delivery's become a way of life, whether it's, food, groceries, coffee. So I think, to be a tech forward chain, delivery, had to be part of the proposition. But more importantly, I think it's about, for us, we're building a customer ecosystem, right? We want to build consumer stickiness within our app. We want our customers to find whatever they need in the Flash universe, right? Whether that's ordering for pickup, whether it's ordering for delivery, whether it's earning your loyalty points, which you can do ordering through delivery in our app now, or the challenges that we have in the app, these types of things. So I think that's, the key kind of reason is delivery has become such a fundamental expectation of consumers, like globally, right? Like this hyper on-demand convenience that people are expecting. And so, it was a kind of a no-brainer that it needed to be a fundamental part of our proposition.
Thank you, Sahil. With such a fresh value proposition, we can't wait for what new offerings Flash Coffee is going to launch next. And there you have it, our top stories for February. What a great list of news and stories from APAC this month. We hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Please join us in our growing community by following us on our social media channels. If you have an interesting story to share in the area of marketing, tech, platforms, and SMEs, please email us at editorial@marketech-apac.com. This has been China, and until the next month.